If you're new to the hobby, then this video is for you. If you've ever asked the question, what's the best species for beginners? Sit back, relax and enjoy as I run through my top 10. Hello everybody, welcome to this latest episode. I am your host Robbie and this is Robbiestalkingts, tarantula content for tarantula lovers just like yourselves. In today's video I'm going to be running through a list of my top 10 beginner species for all of you new to the hobby. So sit back and watch the video and make sure to smash that like button. Let's get into that list. So first up on the list is Gramostola Pulcra. Now these guys made the list because they are very calm and docile, hence being called the black Labradors of the tarantula world. Now if you pick one up, keep in mind that they have very slow growth rates, but the bonus is they are very simple to keep and they only require substrate, water dish and a hide, and these guys will be very happy in your care. Next up on the list at number 9 is everyone's favourite arboreal, Carabiner Versacolor, another great species for beginners due to being very calm and docile yet again. Just keep in mind that you need to give these guys plenty of cross ventilation, but other than that these guys are very simple to keep, so make sure to pick one up. Next up at number 8 we have Gramostola Rosea. Now even though there has been reports that some of these can be slightly crazy, they are very few and far between, and the general consensus is these guys are very calm and docile. Not only are they calm and docile, but they are very easy to keep. Just like the Gramostola Pulcra, all they require is a water dish, some substrate and a hide, and they will be perfectly happy. In at number 7 we have a Fonopelma Cow Codies. Now this is another calm and docile terrestrial species, very easy to keep. Again, just like the Gramostolas, all they need is a water dish, some substrate to dig in and also a hide, and they are happy as Larry in their enclosure. Temperature wise, you don't have to add any extra heat. These guys do perfectly well at room temperature. I keep mine at 24 degrees during the day and drop it down to 18 at night, and these guys thrive in that temperature. Next up at number 6 is Brachypelma Boney. Now even though this is a very docile species, they can be very bolty and very quick to flick urticating hairs. So to all new keepers out there, these hairs are designed that when they get on your skin they are very irritable and they can lead to a lot of soreness and itchiness. So take that into consideration if you pick up this species. But other than that, just like before, water dish, hide and substrate, and these guys are easy as Larry to keep. Next up at number 5 we have another arboreal species, a Vicularia. Now these guys are just like Carabiner Versacolor. Make sure that you give them plenty of cross ventilation, a water dish, a vertical cork bark and some anchor points so they can build their web tunnels, and also make sure that you only mist the enclosure every 3 to 4 days to give them the humidity that they need. Any more than that can be lethal to this species. Next up at number 4 we have Gramostola Pulcopies, another very hardy and simple to keep species. Basic requirements are a water dish, a cork bark hide and some substrate. These also are very slow growers, so take that into consideration if you pick one up. Other than that, they're very long lived and a wonderful addition to your collection. Next up on the list we have the largest species in this top 10, Lacidora Habana. Now please be aware that even though these are very simple to keep, have very basic needs, a water dish, substrate and a cork bark hide, they do grow to a massive 9 or 10 inch diagonal leg span. So if you're into very large species, this is definitely for you. Now these guys are very hardy, great eaters and very fast growers, so I highly recommend picking one up. Next up on the list we have Cattlea Alba pelosis, or the curly hair tarantula. Now these are a very underrated but stunning tarantulas. They're definitely great for beginners as they are calm and docile. They are great eaters, very easy to keep with just a cork bark hide, a water dish and some substrate, but please be aware these are very slow growers, so if you pick up a tiny sling it's going to be a long time until you get a fully grown adult, but as you can see by the look of them, it's definitely worth the wait. Now I think if I was to start all over again, this would be my first tarantula of choice. So in at number 1 we have Brachypelma hamori. Now personally this was the first species I was introduced to, just like most kids of the 80s watching Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. So when I picked up my first ever tarantula, it had to be one of these. Not only are they calm and docile, but they're also very hardy and very simple to keep. All they need is a cork bark hide, some substrate and a water dish, and they are happy as Larry in their enclosures. Not only that, they're very long lived. There's some reports that these have lived up to 30, maybe possibly 40 years, but that's yet to be proven, and they are just a pleasure to have in any collection, just purely because of those striking, gorgeous colours. Now that was my top 10 list. Hope you enjoyed it. So there you have it. That is my top 10 beginner species list. If you're new to the hobby and you've asked yourself the question, what shall I pick up as a first tarantula? Any one of these will be suitable. Now this is the end of the video, but before we go I just want to take the time to remind you guys about the 2,000 subscriber giveaway we're doing on the channel. At 2,000 subscribers I'll be giving one of you the chance to win 3 months free subscription to Creature Crate, the monthly invert mystery box delivered to your door. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon and you'll be entered. Now all that's been said, I'll see you in the next video.